What is up, everyone? This is Kush from Team Dirty Decks. He just entered the recent tournament that happened with Zamasu. So just we're gonna do a quick deck profile, let him know how well you placed, what your matchups were, and everything like that, and then we're gonna go through the deck. So start us off.
Yeah, so I played in the PPG tournament on the 31st, and I got 12th place. I wasn't 8th place, and then tied to get at least top 16 in the last round, and moving back to 12th place, unfortunately. But at least I got that invite, though. That's all that really matters. With Fuse Zamasu, probably still one of the best blue leaders. A lot of people are still sleeping on it. They switched over to, Reboot Goku or, the SS3 for some reason. And this is still just really good, especially for killing unisons against green. Just drawing 2 cards per turn with dual attack. And with the new support, he kind of has double strike and 30k sometimes. So still a really good leader. Into the deck. The worst card of the entire day. Out of 6 rounds, every turn 1, for some reason I had this card in hand, played it, and missed 6 times in a row. But she usually gets any Trunks or Zeno unison. But she's awful, and she's going to get banned from my life. This is your turn 2 play every time, especially if you have the Zeno unison out. This lets you awaken turn 2, allowing you to immediately jump into that double strike, and lets you, just in case for some reason you don't have Zeno, you can still, or if you don't have anything to play with your 2 energy standing, you can still pop this card, or pop the energy placed by this card, draw twice off of your leader swing, and then hopefully find something, and then at the end of turn just pop the Zeno energy instead. That's how the rolling is. You turn 4 cheap. Yeah, let's say that guy.
Like to the judge.
This guy, he's a topo basically. I never played him once during the entire tournament. He's probably gonna get cut. It's just really hard to have 3 energy standing when you put so much pressure on your opponent. With the baby unison, I thought it was gonna be really good. It played really well in testing, just didn't work out today. 2 apes. I played it every single game, drew 2 to 4 times, especially with that turn 2 play, and it just worked out really well. I would not play an extra copy. 2 of him, and then 2 black rose. I played this twice for GG's on my opponent. Just being able to play this in your energy and then evolve on top of your tap 4 to 30k triple strike. They have to get out of it or they lose the game, most likely. And being able to put 2 of their energies away if it is turn 5 is fantastic. The Broly stopper right here. This just kills Broly completely. I did play Broly in rounds, I think it was round 3 or 4 I played him. Round 4 I played Broly. And this stopped him turn 2 and turn 3 on his side. And then I was able to stop his swaps. We'll talk about how I actually killed him in a little bit with that spice. 2 golden babies, probably one of the best cards in the entire game right now, especially with the new unison out. I played him 3 times in a row. For my end turn finishing time. So you can play the baby unison, -5, and then just boost your leader up to 30k, double strike, dual attack, and then you're just praying they use something so you can drop him down. Discard 2 cards, play a 30k beater that negates their negate. And he's got triple, so that's cool. Worst card, probably the second worst card of the day. I played it 1 time. I never found time to use it because I was always winning before getting him out. Still really good. I might change it out for a couple different things later on for edits, but a boonie is a boonie. He's getting kind of old. Your super combo packages, probably the best one right here is the Zamasu to just put something in rest mode. It saved me against the skillless Gohan player. It saved me against the Reboot Gohan. And then this one, just in case you have too many unisons in hand, you can just put one back at the bottom and draw 2 more, which really helps out, especially when you're trying to get up there for endgame. Best card right there is the baby unison. Oh, not that card. But the baby unison, my turn 3, or turn 4 I guess I should say, I was able to play him for straight out for 5 a lot of the times and just swing with him, make them, waste a negate, waste a card to combo over, and then just -5, give my leader 30k, double strike, be able to play counters for just -2 from my hand, and with the leader you can just draw so much as it is. And then this is always your turn 2. This is usually going to stay on board the entire game because they're just trying to focus on killing you early. That's what a lot of decks do nowadays. They don't focus on this. I was able to actually pull off the -5 once or twice, which is really great. Just to, when they swarm the board, just be able to put everything back, and then you're free to go in with leader. Anoka, just an extra early game push. That's that double and a free draw power as well as 3 Sensu Bean. 3 is all you need. Lets you restand in energy and give your leader that extra 5k. Sometimes I swing with something stupid and give it the extra 5k, or play this card to restand in energy and target my my leader without swinging with it first, because you can do it. It just says choose a card, it doesn't say choose the card that's swinging. So I can just choose my leader, give it 5k. That way I'm forcing my opponent to do something, like to get out of that attack, or just let me have 4 or 5 energy. 4-dimension magics, I love tapping out, especially when I'm at 6 or 7 life. It's 8 cards in the drop, and just restand 2 energy, take a life. It's super good, got me out of a lot of sticky situations. That's it for the extra cards. Spiciest card of the day. This one, the Broly swap matchup. Shout out to teammate Jeff for this. We were just shooting ideas around, and he brought up this because I needed an overwhelm. I didn't like the 6-drop Mask Saiyan to warp stuff that's up to 6-drop, and this put a pressure on my Vegeks opponent, especially when I'm going in. They have to drop basically an additional card anytime they want to interact with me on my turn. So they want to counter, if they want to combo, they all have autos that proc at the same time, so they have to drop a card, and he has triple attack. So unless I get him off board, you've probably won game. And then the best card in the entire deck, Baby Hatch. Super undervalued, super underappreciated. I saw this 5 times, and I only lost 1 time when I saw it. Or I guess I tied. I didn't even lose to it, but when I saw this card, I always won. There was no losing, there was no, you just go all in your turn 3, they have to stop you, and you can just sit back pretty with this in hand, and they swing at you 1 time, and you're like, oh, negate, and now you just pass it back to me, because there's nothing else they can do. And that's it. I mean, if there's anything else I would do, I would say take out but you can't really do that because you still need the excess pressure. We're gonna play around a little bit with the new blue leaders. I'm a blue player of the deck, of the team, I guess I should say, and see what new cards come out with the draft box. But other than that, it was a great tournament, a great deck to play. I really wouldn't do anything. I had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate everybody that came out and supported the event. And thank you to PPG, thank you to Team Dirty Decks, and thank you to my wife who let me play the entire day.
Did you want to talk about, like, before we close it out, did you want to talk about any like hard matchups or anything that you think that Zamasu has?
So like set 10, I think the hardest matchup is still anything that goes super wide, super early. So the Vegeks matchup was my only loss. With that being said, I almost won because of Food Banisher, so I did what I could do, except for drawing a Baby Hatch. That's the hardest matchup I had. Broly swap is pretty good too. And then the blue mirror match is also super hard because it just depends on who goes first and who can start popping off their pieces. The other blue decks, if it's not Fuse Zamasu, they play a lot slower than you do, so you can still pressure them super early on. They're not ramping, and they're only going to be able to negate 1 to 2 attacks unless they're dropping a turn ender like Baby Hatch. So other than that, I didn't have any hard matchups. I thought it was pretty much smooth sailing almost the entire event. Like I said, the hardest matchups was the Vegeks, which I lost to, and then a skillless Gohan. That went super wide on me, but I was able to get out of it with MVP.
With the MVP right there.
I just won because of that. So thanks to luck, I guess.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and then what did you end up finishing?
I finished 12th place.
All right, nice job. That is Team Dirty Decks Kush's blue Zamasu deck. If you want to build it, try it out. As he said, it's pretty good.